Every October, the residents of Burbank visit their favorite yard haunt. For 13 years now, Mike, Russ, and Lou have been scaring and caring along with their ghoul crew.
I love the live actors. We come here every year.
Really?
It's always good. Yeah.
Kind of a tradition?
Yes.
All right, what's your favorite?
My favorite person?
Yeah.
Probably the guy who like crawls. My favorite's Beetlejuice.
Not really good.
No? Were you scared?
Yes.
Too scary? You didn't even get to the second part yet. Want to say
I don't
anything?
think she's gonna make it to the second
I already
part.
see something that I don't want to see.
Neighbors, friends, and family, and those who travel distances come to see their unbelievable collection of original zombies, monsters, and ghouls that are built by hand. It's a terror-invoking journey through the macabre and bizarre, with horrifying live characters to add even more to one's experience.
The Nephilim. Well, that's how we pronounce it. There's so many different ways to pronounce Nephilim. There's Nephilim. It just constant different ways of saying it. But really, what happened with that was we were at Russ's house watching a movie, or watching a football game. Then the movie came on, Ghost Rider, and Quick Eyes here was watching one of the pages that Nicolas Cage was thumbing through in the book that he was reading, and he saw the Nephilim, and all of a sudden he just looked at me and said,
There's our
Nephilim.
Well, what actually, I think, started it where we were haunting, or at least I was haunting. I was actually haunting at my brother-in-law's haunt down the street in Burbank. And I met Mike and Lou. I met Lou in 2007. Met Mike the next spring. And they were both into the Halloween scene. So I said, hey, my brother-in-law as a place that we can, haunt at. Started haunting at the brother-in-law's, and then we decided to break away from the brother-in-law and start our own haunt here. Mike was like, we can do it better over here. We can make everything. We wanted everything moving, spitting, jumping. We wanted all the eye candy, like you were going to Disneyland.
We're pretty creative. We build everything that we pretty much have displayed, so felt that the three of us would work well together.
I've always liked Halloween and haunting stuff. I never got into the haunting stuff until Mike had me go with him. He used to dress up for a Boy Scout troop, right? They used to do a haunted house kind of thing. And I went there to help him out and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, So fast forward to Russ inviting us over. I'm like, yeah. So I kind of got a character and just evolved that. We always seem like we come up with, we see ideas that other people have done, but we always make it better.
Where you going?
Every year. We
Really?
love
Kind of
this
a
one.
tradition for us, right, in Burbank?
Yes.
Cool.
It's our favorite.
it's awesome. I hope they do it every year. It's great to get the kids and their families out. It's great for the community.
Are you on anything?
It's very fun and exciting, and we love coming here.
I've always enjoyed Halloween. Whatever, my mom would always make costumes for us. Me and my brother growing up, she would, take the time to do that. And then when I was a kid going out trick-or-treating, you had from after school all the way till 9-10 o'clock at night. But what really was memorable for me was I was just out of high school, and my mom worked for the park district, and they always put on a haunted house, and one of the actors had to leave for whatever reason, and they asked me to step in, and they put me in the psycho room. And by the end of the evening, they had parents leaving the haunt crying because of how scary the psycho room was. And most of them didn't even know there was a girl in the shower because of how I overtook the scene. So I said from that point, I think I found my calling.
Yeah, mine goes back a lot further than that. Like I said, it's a memory that I don't even have. I've only heard the stories and I've seen the pictures, to where when I was born in late August, and I was so big, I was 10.5 pounds, that my mom had nothing. Don't look at me, I'm still big. My mom had nothing to put me in to bring me home from the hospital, except for a Halloween outfit from one of my older brothers. So I actually came home from the hospital in a leopard skin Halloween outfit because she had nothing to put me in. So for me, it started way back when. But Halloween's always been about family and getting together and just having a great time, and the decorations. And I mean, actually one of my favorite ones is because my wife and I, when we first got married over at the other haunt, she had her wedding dress from her first marriage that I took out in the garage, and I put red paint on it and black paint, and I rolled it over with the car and made it into a zombie dress so that we could go as a zombie couple. And that's a pretty cool, that dress is still worn by people to this day. So that's a pretty cool memory.
Mine's similar to Mike's. I mean, my favorite memory is I grew up living with my grandparents most of the time, and my grandma was an artist, not like professionally, but she was really good at painting and making stuff, and she'd always make my costumes, and my costumes were always elaborate. It's like the big memory for me. When I got older, surprisingly, I was never like into going to haunted houses and stuff like that. It just never really interested me too much. I don't know why. Now if we all go together, I look at it differently. When I go, I see like, okay, that's how they made that happen, or that's how, I don't like go in there to like get scared. I go in there to see how they did stuff, and it's all because of this. See if we can come up with ideas, or oh, they did that, we can do that better.
I started carpentry when I was pretty much 14 years old, and just was always able to build things pretty easy. But I also was interested in mechanics and electronics and everything else, so I hobby all around those type of objects and projects. And we just something will pop into our head out of nowhere, and we'll bounce it off of each other and get ideas that way.
Mike's really good with our electrical stuff. I mean, my background was to where I was, for my main job, after I got out of the construction industry, I went into industrial maintenance, and I was a mechanic on plastics machinery at a well-known plastics plant. And then I moved on to another plant and became the maintenance manager. So I had access to all of our pneumatics and our pumps, our motors, and things like that we could get our hands on, and be able to, the steel and all of the parts that we could use to make our own equipment so that it moved. All the pneumatics that we use to make the cylinders move, or right through the pneumatics we can actually make a character spit, and that's all done pneumatically. Or we have windshield wiper motors and water pumps from fountains, anything that we can get our hands on. A lot of angle iron. Some of the characters are made from conduit. We started out with plastic, PVC, but with Chicago's weather, it just didn't last. It didn't hold up. So we built everything with PVC and changed everything to conduit or rebar or black steel, because it just wasn't strong enough to hold up what we were doing with it.
We don't want just a little simple,
the zombie effect.
Motion. We want that abrupt, in your face, hard motion, and that's why our stuff, we're married to the haunt. We got to work on it constantly.
And we've had some scares. I mean, the casket where the zombie throws out of the casket, she broke, and she's a really hard plastic, and she actually hit a lady in the head because she comes that close to the fence. So we have to make sure that all our mechanics are working properly. If something's not working properly right away, we take it out of service for that evening until we have a chance to fix it the next day. First night mess ups again, usual. Out trying to fix things. We got a whole section that's our main extension cord is popping the breaker, so it'll stay dark tonight. I'll fix it tomorrow. That's all I can do. I'm gonna go out and have some fun. It's a labor of love, but you're married to it from the end of August until pretty much we've got it down pat now until about mid-November.
My background is I was a union carpenter. I was a machine mechanic for a mailing house over in Payless. I was there for probably 15, 17 years. It's not like Russ with pneumatics and stuff. We didn't have many pneumatics, but just the basic fixing, mechanical issues and stuff like that. That helps out a great deal too, because there's other aspects of it besides just the pneumatics.
Ow, that hurt. That's gonna leave a mark.
I won't feel nothing from my house. Kind of like when you got whacked in the head with the lantern. I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, you didn't even get to see it.
Nope, but I heard all about it. Nothing's working.
Oh.
Brand new controller. Where's the other controller? Do you know? At this point in time, no big deal.
It might be up in the bucket that's up there. I'd be willing to do the test.
Yeah, these guys would probably expect me to say that my favorite was the casket, but that was the biggest pain in the ass to build. It's probably our coolest prop that we have, but for me, my favorite, I actually would say the blood pool and the blood slide. I think that is just, it just came out so much beyond what we expected from just a garbage pick slide at 1 o'clock in the morning that we had someone go in a pickup truck, one of our ghoulies go and pick it up, and how it came together, the backstory on that I'm not going to get into because it's too long. How we were able to finish off that second yard with the blood pool and the body blood slide is just amazing.
I'm going to say, for me, actually, the main attraction for me is the center casket. I do like the slide, and I love the way it did turn out, but I always found that it was, I always find that the casket, you look online and you try to find one that does the motions and the movements that this casket does, you won't find it. And that was a very difficult build.
3-year project.
And, it came out of Russ's head, and I would like to shove it back there a few times.
Or somewhere else.
But Russ and I had a moment, and that was kind of defining, because I wasn't going to allow Russ to be beaten by a machine. That's something that he's been working with his whole career. I wasn't going to let it beat him, and it was beating him, and I got loud with him, and I told him, you're going to finish that project, and you're going to finish it today. 45 minutes later, everything was working.
The Nemesis.
So, although we probably are in agreement that anytime the gasket breaks down, our heart goes with it, and we want to, tear it up, but we fix it, and we just keep persevering with it.
The crowd really likes it too. If they're smart enough to stand around and wait for it, a lot of times what'll happen is people will walk by, because it is kind of like a slow motion thing for them, to where they walk by and then all of a sudden as they're coming back, it hits them and they don't even realize, wait a minute, did this do that when I walked past it last time? They don't even realize that, if they wait for the whole thing, the doors to open, the body to come out, and actually have that character come out at the fence at them, then they're just in awe on what goes on here, and then they get hit by a spitter or a bleeding headstone, or it just goes on, and that's what it's all about.
Mine's kind of a couple, and they're all littler ones. Like they said, the casket in the middle is kind of, I guess, becoming iconic with us because it's so elaborate. But like for me, there's a box over there, a danger box. It's evolved, and that's like my first prop that I made by myself, pretty much. And I kind of have a thing for that. The other thing I thought was like the coolest thing was the sign. Yeah. And that was garbage picked, and it was a headboard for a bed. We've had that since day one. Yeah. And then the other thing that not a lot of people, because we haven't had it in like a really long time, we used to do that yard over there. And we used to have skits. We each had our own skit, and Russ's was over in that yard, and he was a doctor or whatever, and he had a table, and he had like body parts, and he'd carry a head around with beef jerky in it and hand it to people. And there was one time we had one of the kids that we knew from our kids playing football together. He was like in a monk's robe, and he was like pulling stuff out of his guts and stuff like that, and throwing Jello as brains. And people don't know that we actually had 3 yards at one time.
I don't want to turn around.
First timers, it would be scared for like them. They on the side.
I don't like it.
He's scared. But everything's really nice here, and yeah, I really recommend coming here.
It's very scary. Yeah, we've been coming
This is our
here
5th time here
years.
this year.
Yeah, we've been coming here ever since we were 5, so it's pretty fun. There's a lot of nice people here.
Suggest it.
My name is Crystal. I am Teefs the Clown here. I got involved. I've been doing stuff like this since I was at least 7 years old. I started off haunting at my aunt and uncle's place. Once I met Mike and Lou in 2007, we my dad and Lou and Mike, they all got together and they decided that we were gonna come together and we were gonna do the Nephilim. All of their kids, you know, dressed up. Lou's kid was dressing up. My brothers were dressing up. And we decided that we were gonna do this, and it's been a thing ever since. Here at the Nephilim, I help out with a lot of the artwork. So I do a lot of the painting here. I do props. Obviously, these props are over a decade old, so they're falling apart. They need some tender love and care. So I go ahead and I latex what I can and try and repair it to the best I can. And then I go ahead and I repaint it the best that I can. And that's a little about what I do for the Nephilim, the props, a lot in the glow yard I've painted. So that's a little about what I do here.
It was really good. It was really, really good. Oh, I love it. It's not even that scary. Oh yeah, totally not. I've totally went there like 80 times.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, man.
You like it?
Yep.
You come here a lot?
Yeah, I think that is very cool.
I'm Justina. I'm the newest, I think, member of the Nephilim. I came in last year. I met Tony, so that's Russ's son. We started dating, and I just kind of fell in with the crowd. So I started dressing up. Last year, I did like a scary scarecrow. This year, I'm going as a weaver, so it's all spider-related, kind of feeding on phobias.
I started at home doing makeup on myself, and so when I came here, it was natural to just do it on myself. Once Kat and Ryan had joined the Nephilim family, I started doing Kat's makeup, so we are both clowns for the Nephilim. And then this year, I will be helping Justina with her makeup, with some cool spider makeup that we're going to see this year.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
My name is Kat. I play Giggles, so that is my character. I have been coming to visit this yard since they have started. I originally used to go to Russ and Julie's sister and brother-in-law's place over on the corner, so that's where I originally started seeing them. And then I fell in love with the yard. Halloween's my favorite time of the year. I love scaring people. I love the adrenaline that it brings to you, all the blood that just like rushes through your body, your heart's pounding. It's just a great feeling. So when my fiance moved here, I told him that this was something I love to do. We shared a common, interest in it. Brought him over. We started talking to them one night after it closed, and they're our family now. I can't picture my life without them.
My name is Ryan. I play Decay. First got started into this. My fiance brought me here maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Came 2 years, looked like something fun that I'd like to try out. Talked to the characters, got to know Mike and Michelle a little bit better. Asked if I could come out and help set up. They talked amongst themselves. They agreed to it. So the next year came out, started helping set everything up. Asked if I could dress up and scare. They agreed to it. I sat down and came up with my character and went from there.
Hi, my name's Ed. I'm a ghoul here. I'm Beetlejuice. I got started, I was here the first year they opened, but only as a zombie. And then after that, I didn't come back until 2 years ago when I started again. And that's when I came back as Beetlejuice. I like playing Beetlejuice because for the other ghouls, they all wear masks and stuff, so they don't really talk to the people that come by, but I get to talk to them since I don't have the mask on, and Beetlejuice himself is a very talkative character. So I enjoy that, and I'm interacting with the different people.
How you guys doing tonight? Fantastic. Thanks for coming.
Go. Just go.
This is so real. I go by Nightmare here. Chose Nightmare because my costume is always changing and evolving, just like people's nightmares. As they grow older, they acquire different fears, and that's one of the reasons why I love this. Is I was day one along with my dad and my entire family. Came from my uncle's haunt and everything, and decided to come here. Just more freedom and everything, and it got bigger, and my best friend and family friends, and it's just it evolved into a family. And as the years go by, more and more help, which allows it to keep going, where a lot of these other haunts, after their kids get older, stop helping, the parents can't do it themselves, now having family and friends and continuing. And even my new fiance that I just got, she's an actor here at work today, but she's now doing it with us. So we're just evolving and accepting new people on, and Mike Myers coming in, and we get new people and just growing. It's fantastic.
The other thing is too is you just can't go full tilt anymore because we're older, and that's why we've been utilizing the youngins to do all of our heavy lifting and going up in the tree and doing all of the more rigorous stuff. I mean, I can only go a couple hours a day and I'm drained.
What do you think?
Oh, it's awesome. Come out and see it. It's wonderful. Really good house.
That was so smooth. This is really good house.
Very good.
It scared me more than any other house.
As Decay, I usually hide under the fog and wait for people to walk by and jump up and scare them. This was later on in the night. I had crawled under the fog like normal, and I had a group of maybe 4 or 5, I'd say, teenagers and adults come through. And I remember the lady telling her husband that she did not want to go through the fog, that she did not like it, that she did not know what was under it, which made this even more of a perfect opportunity. The man finally convinces the lady to walk through, so they start walking through, and they stop right in front of me. The perfect moment. So they're taking their pictures, so I jump up in the middle of the picture, and I let out a zombie moan. I can't remember what exactly sound I made. The woman instantly drops to her knees, and she goes, "I just peed myself."
My name's Mike. I'm also part of the Ghoul crew here. I play a character called Nobody because I am nobody and nobody is me. Really enjoy this. I've been a part of different haunted yards, haunted hayrides since I was itty bitty. Came out here, made friends with Tony and Russ, and it's been a blast ever since. I take my character, I literally just go and blend in with everything and wait for the opportune moment for people to be focused on something else, and I come out and grab them. But that's what this is all about, just having fun and enjoying ourselves as a family.
You know, we just look at it as, yeah, we call ourselves the fallen angels, but what that evolved into was the donations. We felt that at some point we needed to, doing donations for somebody was rather important. And so we try to pick somebody that has a terminal illness or is lifelong, that's going to cost them money, you know, every time they turn around. Last year we did it for the pets because, you know, pets are an important part of the family. It's all about family at this point. It's not about our individuality or making money for the haunt.
It was a good thing that we started with donations and everything, because it just, like we talked about Halloween, to incorporate families and bring in families that really need that help, that need that extra couple of $1,000 just to get by, you know, because they're having a hard time, you know, with a medical issue. And we were actually really lucky last year. We thought long and hard and tried to come up with someone that really knew that could really use it last year, and fortunately we couldn't find anyone. So then my wife was very adamant, let's do something for the animals. Let's do something for an animal shelter. So we pivoted that way last year, and this year we'll be back on with a girl that has been coming here. She's now, I want to say she's about 7 or 8 now, and she's been coming here since she was like 2 or 3 years old, and she just loves coming here with her mother. She just loves all the ghouls, and she's not afraid of it at all. They come here at least 2-3 times a week. You know, they'll leave, they'll come back, or they'll be here Friday for a couple hours, and they really, what we kind of like to call our ghoul groupies, is what we like to call it.
You guys want to say a few things? What do you think about the haunt today?
I almost peed myself.
We've been to like 5 houses tonight, and this is probably
the best one by
yeah,
far.
This is the best one we've been to.
Cool.
This is great.
Thank you,
It's so badass out here, seriously.
You come here?
Heart rate stays high at this one.
Come here often?
All the time. We've been
year.
coming here for years. Gets better every year.
I love this place. I've been coming here for years. I couldn't even tell you how many years, and it's just every year amazing. Love it. Love the characters. It's scary. It's fun. We love it.
This is the first time we come, and we like it though.
You like it? You
Yeah.
think you'll come back?
Oh yes, we'll.
You know, this is their 13th year.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do it for a great cause, too.
Oh, okay. Thank you. We
Thank
like it.
you.
We invite everybody coming now. Look at this
Cool.
one. It's very nice.
Cool, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Very nice. Very impressive.
It's awesome, man.
You like
That's
it?
badass. You gotta say a great job.
Real fun.
This is the best haunted yard I've ever seen. I've been coming here every weekend since 2018. I highly recommend it.
So it's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, this guy like this. This is the scariest one.
Second year?
Yes, sir.
Got
It's a
anything
lot
to
of fun.
say? They do it for a great cause, too, man.
I know. I like it. The kids have a lot of fun out here. We'll do it every year for a good cause, too.
I work at a haunted house, and usually I can't get away, but I try to get over here once a year just to see you guys. I think it's awesome. They do a great job. Thanks. Happy Halloween.
This helps her. It will take care of her if she has an emergency. Will help. Should I say again, she's not going to be able to live by herself growing up. And this will help goes towards her care and her future. She's just gonna keep going.
Okay. We'll bring her into the ghoul crew. Okay.
We'll get our own costume.
Yeah, right.
So I'll enjoy it. It's
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Why
say
we do
thank
what we
you.
do.
Thank you.
You're
welcome.
This means a lot.
That's why we
This
do
is a
it. We
very
scare because we care.
Surprised.
Well, we're glad to do it. We are. This is what we live for, right, guys?
You guys are awesome.